Hi, I'm Beverly Banoff Brown. I want to welcome you to another video that I'm doing in this series called About Vanishing Twin Syndrome. This is a very huge and far-reaching syndrome which is not at all well known yet, and it will become well known, I believe, in the coming weeks and months because it needs to. Because if it's true, which we have reason to believe it is, that at least 1 in every 8 pregnancies starts out to be a multiple birth, and a tremendous percentage of the time, 1 or more of the siblings does not survive to full term and to a healthy delivery. That means that there are literally millions of people walking this earth who don't know, and some of them are just finding out, that they are vanishing twin survivors. I am myself. It's changed my life in such wonderful ways since I found out, because it makes me understand that I used to have a desire for certainty in my life, as so many womb twin survivors have. Why? Well, if you consider that you started out in this lifetime having 1 or more siblings on a preconscious level, there's cellular memory of the rules being changed by the catastrophe that it was when 1 or more of those embryos who were in the amniotic sacs with you in your mother's uterus died. Think about that. Think about and feel, if it feels safe to you, the implications of that. Because there is cellular memory. There was a psychic connection. There probably, if the pregnancy was far enough along, a lot of interaction happening in that womb between you. An incredible closeness, an unbreakable bond at a primal stage in your life when your brain was forming, every organ was forming, every vein, capillary, your reproductive system, everything was happening quickly. And suddenly you were alone in that womb. And you had no choice in the matter. And so what do you feel was the message that you, as that little developing fetus, tiny, tiny inches or smaller, or perhaps a little bigger, perhaps got about life, about how safe it was to live, even in what should have been the safest environment of this lifetime, that 9-month gestational period in your mother's womb, where everything was being provided for you. All your needs were supposedly being met. And suddenly there was loss, there was catastrophe, there was a changing of the rules. So can you see how, when you emerged from your mother's womb, whatever else was going on, you already had proclivities towards looking for certainty in an uncertain world? Because as we all know, change really is the only constant on this plane of existence, on this plane of polarities. All the good of that and all the challenge of that, all the excitement, all the possibilities. And for people who have had this kind of loss so early on at such a tender place in their development and their evolution, it can be very frightening. And so many controlling behaviors, codependency in relationships, codependency in terms of places and jobs, and resistance to change. It's very far-reaching. Let me give you 3 golden nuggets that I have found have helped tremendously over the years, in the 30 or so years I've worked with clients. 1, golden nugget number 1. Cut yourself some slack. Give yourself the tremendous credit and kindness and pat on the back that you would give to any young child who's suffered a terrible loss, because you have. You have. This is not easy stuff. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. You have had the loss of a sibling, maybe even more than one sibling. And losses are pretty painful things, especially when it's a human being. Whether the human being ever got to be fully formed or got to live and breathe, you don't know how much it has meant to you if you haven't known for years. 2, if you have any faith tradition at all or any private spiritual beliefs, lean on them, because you don't necessarily need to know why this happened. You only need to acknowledge that it did happen and look at what your spiritual beliefs are and how they can help you. In my particular case, I happen to believe that that soul of my brother and or sister came in very briefly because there was some great gift, some great lesson that they got to learn from that experience in my mother's womb, our mother's womb. And or they came to give me a gift about loss, about the temporary quality of physical life, but the eternal quality and reality of life in the etheric realms. That's my particular perspective. It doesn't have to be yours, but let yourself be comforted by the possibility of that. I also believe personally that, and many people I've spoken to about this also feel this way, that the sibling or siblings, that their souls, their spirits are around me, that they're kind of like guides and teachers for me, maybe even guardian angels. I take tremendous comfort from that, and I share it with you in the hope that it will comfort you as well. And golden nugget number 3 for today is understand that if you start to find you have a desire to control in a relationship, in a work situation, in your environment, trying to get everything incredibly neat or filled with clutter, hoarding, all of those things, become the witness to it, the observer of it, but not a judge. Judging yourself harshly has never really helped to motivate people on any kind of a continuing basis that works for most of us. What really works is to understand what happened, how it happened, and allow yourself to risk wanting something better, where you raise the bar on the standards you hold for your life because you know you're worth it. I'm going to be making other videos on this very significant topic. I hope you'll enjoy them. I hope you'll watch them. And I pray that you will take great comfort from them and move forward in your life. You've been through something tremendous, and you deserve all the beautiful things in life that you can possibly have because you're innocent. Vanishing Twin survivor syndrome is not your fault. Please remember that wherever you go, whatever you do, and don't hesitate to get help for this. This is tough stuff, and it also can be transformational. I've chosen to use it that way, and I know you can too. It's all about choice. It's all about awareness. It's all about positive change. Bye for now.